while you walked.
Yeah, so I mean, social media, they can say whatever. Like I said, I left in tears last night, and the students asked me not to get arrested. I got trial November 9th, and if I would have been arrested, I would have been arrested for until the end of that trial. My bond would have been revoked. Like I said, I met Eddie Conaway 2 weeks ago, and the best advice he ever provided for a man that spent 44 years in jail unjustly, he told me that I don't go to jail. You need to be out in the streets. So that's why we've mobilized the 3 separate locations. There are those of us here at this Freedom Rally. There are those that are at Central Bookings. There are those that are at Baby Bookings. You know, we're covering all grounds.
But didn't you advise these students that if they stayed, they could be arrested?
We were told with the Baltimore City police officers, with the message that we got was the same message that Baltimore City came out last night and told legislators that there would be no arrest. So when they left and when members of the media left, that's when the arrest happened.
But a large group did leave, so couldn't the students have left with them?
5 people left, not a large group.
But the students could have left with you.
I stand, if I was not going to be held in jail until past November 9th,
right,
I would have been in there getting arrested as well. We have rights, and if that's the way to get our message sent, then that's the way to do it. Someone told me we'll go to jail. If you don't ever be scared to go to jail for the right reasons.
What's your name?
Kwame Rose, Kwamerose.
And how did you become an activist?
Well, through the death of Freddie Gray, I found life, a purpose for life. So since April, I've been trying to use my platform and build with others that have been involved in the struggle, been involved in change, actively fighting for change, to actually make that change a reality.
What did you do before then?
I worked for a hotel down in Harbor East.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One other quick question. What do you have? I mean, there were plenty of community activists last night who spoke in support of Kevin Davis.
I mean, yeah, so we'll find those community activists who get the grants, they get the funding for not holding the system accountable. We'll see those community activists. But what I'm more concerned about is the fact that, sure, you got your supporters, but why aren't those who have questions being given the same access to voices, being given the same access to engaging, right? It's not just about meeting with an individual, but it's about being reflective of the entire community.
And can I ask how old you are?
I'm 21.
21 years old.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you grow up in Baltimore?
Yes, all my life.
Okay. You went to Baltimore City, graduated from Baltimore High School?
I graduated from Mervo. I went to college, University of
Maryvale?
Texas. Mervo, M-E-R-V-O.
Oh, sorry, I'm not from Baltimore, so.
Yeah.
And where else did you go?
I mean, I've been to college, University of Texas, full scholarship.
Cool.
Kwame, can I have your cell phone number?
Let me write my email.
Sure.
Just info@KwameRose.com. My staff will be able to respond while I'm out here. My staff will be able to responding now.
All right, thank you, Kwame.
Thank you.
Can I ask you a couple of questions? I joined in late.
Okay.
By the way, I'm periscoping this as well.
All right.
If you could recap the purpose, because there's 3 issues you brought up, and then, of course, what happened last night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the 3 issues that we originally met with were for that Commissioner Davis retracted his statement that he would treat peaceful protest and a riot like a riot, which hasn't been what he's practiced. We also wanted Paul, what is his name? Paul G., the director of housing of Baltimore City.
Paul Graziano.
Yeah, Paul Graziano. We wanted him to be terminated immediately because there are women inside of Gilmore Homes, Freddie Gray's neighborhood, a neighborhood that is continually being deprived by Baltimore City, that have put forth allegations that the maintenance staff inside of those projects has engaged in sexual harassment. We want the protection of our women, and we want all black bodies to be protected. And the third demand was that the $20 million allocated for a juvenile jail, new jails, would be reallocated for social justice programs.
And this is in addition to demands last night to meet with Commissioner Davis and meet with the mayor.
But we were more concerned about meeting when the mayor has proven she's not ready to engage protesters, and she's shown that she is not confident in her own ability to complete the job. That's why she's not running for re-election. We want Commissioner Davis. This was his opportunity to prove to all the mayoral candidates that he is really engaging all sides of Baltimore City, being truly reflective of the entire community, and he did not do that.
And in addition, as far as I'm drawing a blank, but it'll come back to me. But
yeah, we'll be here because we ain't going nowhere.
Tell me briefly about Baltimore United for Change. From what I understand from at least a couple of people, it's a coalition of young people.
Be More United for Change is the organization that is raising the funds for is a coalition raising the funds for those who have been arrested, for them to be released. What really brought us together last night wasn't a coalition, but it was a gathering of several individual organizations and individuals. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. What you had was City Block was the student organization, that led this demonstration. You had Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle. You had Be More United for Change. You had myself and my backing as Black Excellence. We were all there. We were all present. We were not leaving until until we were engaged.
And you were saying that you left because you already had an arrest and you were on type of probation. Was that for an earlier protest or something separate?
September 2nd, I was arrested falsely and charged with second-degree assault on an officer, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. I'm currently facing 10+ years in prison right now because the state's attorney, who has refused to prosecute those 6 officers to the fullest extent of the law, has started instead in prosecuting protesters more heavily. And so I'm one of those individuals, and it was advised to me by the people inside of City Hall that I not get arrested because I would not be out as soon as they would.
Let me dovetail off of that, because a lot of this seems prompted by what happened with Freddie Gray as well as previous incidents in Baltimore City. Looking at how things now, how do you feel about it?
Man, we met with Colonel Hyatt last night, and she said, well, a lot of these officers have PTSD from what happened in April. We've been living this violence our entire lives, being attacked by police officers. I'm not concerned with what someone who drives to Baltimore City has to go through. I'm concerned about the people who've lived here and who continue to be attacked by those individuals who commute to this city. My concern is for the concerned residents of Baltimore City, the concerned citizens of Baltimore City.
A lot of the issues you point out today are definitely, they appear forward-looking. Would it be fair to say that?
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, April 26th is going to be a big day in history. We see that the world is still watching what is taking place here in Baltimore. So April 26th, we're going to try to mobilize youth. We're going to mobilize the elderly. We're going to mobilize the underprivileged. We're going to mobilize the very privileged. And we're going to take a vote, and we're going to push out that wrongful change.
All right, Kwame, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
I had to literally drive down here on a flat tire and cut my tire. Like my car's getting vandalized and all that.
And good morning, sports fans. I'm walking back to my car because I got some editing to do. But hopefully you saw that protest kicking off a little after 8 o'clock this morning. The 3 issues concerning the police commissioner, interim police commissioner Kevin Davis, housing commissioner Paul Graziano, as well as and forgive me, the third one is blank. I will try to upload this video later on in case anybody missed it, but right now I'm gonna go back and do some more reporting. Signing off, talk to you later, and of course you can follow along on Twitter at PKB News.